Well, welcome to another version of the Camo Matrix videocast. Today we're going to talk about how to check your camo for UV brighteners. UV brighteners are probably one of the most overlooked issues with hunting camo when someone's picking out their pattern or their brand. But most of the hunting garment industry is aware that many animals have the ability to see the UV end of the color spectrum. However, some hunting camo is still made without taking this into consideration, either to save money in manufacturing or through poor base fabric choices. And I've seen UV fabric brighteners in both high-end and low-end hunting camo products. So the best thing for you to do is to check each set that you're going to use for yourself. And failure to do this and failure to check for UV brighteners in your hunting camo could cost you those precious seconds before what you're hunting notices you, because your lighter parts of your camo might pop out a little bit more than the surroundings and give them just a little bit of a pause or make them think that something isn't right. So today I'm going to show you how to check your camo for UV brighteners, and in the future videos in this series show you what to do if you find out that your favorite hunting jacket or pants have brighteners in them, and how to keep your camo safe from UV brighteners. So let's first talk about how to detect UV brighteners in your camo. So you're going to take either a UV light, which are a little bit more expensive, or a black light, which you can find like at Sportsman's, like one of these right here, for just a couple of dollars. But it's not going to be as effective, but it's going to be able to at least give you that ability to detect UV brighteners in your fabric. And you'll get some sort of reaction by shining it directly on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use one of these lights to detect UV brighteners in your fabric. So find yourself a regular paper plate or bowl, and in my case, a paper bowl. And if you turn it over, like this one has some pattern and some waxing on it, so I'm going to use the back side of this plate. So what we're going to do is we're going to shine the center focus of the light around the plate, or bowl in my case. And in this video you can see them, I'm about 3 feet away, and I'm just letting the secondary circle make contact with the test camo. And you'll see where the light shines around the plate and even brightens the plate, but you'll see that it doesn't really glow. And by glow, if you notice the string of camo that's on the base fabric to the right of the bowl, it's glowing orange. And I had no idea that it was there before I even started this test. So this is the type of glow that we're looking for. However, with the hunting camo, we'll be looking for more of a bluish glow on the lighter sections of the camo patterns. So find yourself a white t-shirt. And in my case, this is the white t-shirt. And you can see that it's just a regular white t-shirt. Actually, this is an old one that I've got. If it's made from UV brightened fabric, then it should glow like the one in this video. And of course, this is the one I just had in my hand. And then you notice that when I get the secondary light circle on the fabric, it really gets bright. So it's kind of hard to determine if it's just bright from having the direct shine on it from the UV light, or if it's glow. So keep the center of the light away from the fabric to see if you're getting that neon blue glow, and that's the glow that we're going to be looking for in your camo. So, and here in this video you can see that the paper bowl and the white t-shirt are side by side, and you can compare the glow of the non-UV brightened white bowl to the UV brightened white t-shirt. So now I want to show you this test with some lightweight Sitka subalpine pants. Notice that the fabric is brighter but doesn't necessarily glow. So even when I pull the light directly across the fabric, you never really get that bright bluish glow that would indicate UV brighteners. And here is some mossy oak breakup country cotton fabric. And these are probably from Walmart and have never been cared for with a UV killer spray and never been washed with a non-UV brightener laundry detergent. So they're just everyday laundry detergent that most likely have brighteners in them. And so what we're seeing here is that bluish glow that indicates that the UV brighteners are present and that the fabric would probably pop out, and especially in those early mornings or late afternoon hours when UV light is the most prevalent. So now we've got a Realtree rain-resistant fabric, and note that the white portions of the fabric are not glowing. This is not saying anything about Realtree or mossy oak, just that the particular fabric doesn't have a UV brightener in it. So finally, I want to show you two similar fabrics. One fabric has no brighteners and one does. And as you can see from the one camo pattern that was made with UV brightened fabric, it glows, and therefore it'll be much brighter than when the UV light is bouncing off of it compared to the other camo. In this case, it doesn't matter what the pattern is, it will stand out to any animal that sees the UV color spectrum. So use this method to identify hunting camo that has been made with UV fabric or has been washed in UV brightened detergent and now it glows. So that way you can find out which ones you actually need to pay attention to. So coming up in part 2 of this series, we're going to learn how to use a UV killer spray like the ones from this set, which is a UV killer. It is actually a set of wash and actually some body odor detergent, but a spray and a wash so that you can protect your hunting camo. Then in part 3, we're going to take a camo garment that we're going to wash specifically in a UV brightened detergent, test it, see how it glows, and then we're going to use the UV killer spray on it and wash, and then test it afterwards to see how it does. So, remember, there's no better hunting camo than to remain still and be quiet, but if you're glowing, then you might have a problem.